The first one is about, which I think is so important, forgiving and apologizing. And
forgiving those who won't apologize.
And forgiving those that won't apologize, or having some unrealistic expectation that someone should do something that's not ever going to happen.
Exactly. Right. And you know, God tells us repeatedly in the Bible to forgive. And it doesn't say you forgive when they apologize the right way, they say it the right way, and then they make amends. They do something to make that situation right.
Repent
Then you
and
can
deserve
forgive
it. Yes.
Yeah. It doesn't work that way. No, God says, forgive as I have forgiven you. And he says, forgive basically in an unlimited number of times.
70 times 7.
And I think sometimes
like in a day.
He means that in one day.
Exactly, which is essentially unlimited. And so we need to take that to heart. And when we have bitterness and anger in our heart, and because of lack of forgiveness, it affects us. God doesn't tell us to forgive just for the benefit of relationships. He tells us that for our own benefit, because research shows that people who don't forgive have higher blood pressure, are more prone to heart attacks. They suffer from higher levels of depression and anxiety.
Arthritis, all kinds of things that
Yes. There's so many studies on it, and it shows.
Well, your immune system, and how do you get cancer? I mean, you have a depleted immune system that's not working, kicking that cancer cell out that it should be doing, because that's what God gave us to fight against, you know, those kind of cells. And I'm not saying that everyone that has those, but I mean, we have to understand that those kind of negative emotions and feelings do affect our health, don't they?
They definitely do. And with lack of forgiveness, it really plants a seed of bitterness, hate, and contempt. Contempt is the real foundation of lack of forgiveness. And when we carry that into our family relationships, and every time we see that person, it brings those feelings back up, we're just doing destruction not only to ourselves, to our own bodies, but to our relationships. We can't have loving relationships when we aren't forgiving. So we need to forgive, and a lot of times that may not include an apology.
Right.
We need to turn it over to God and say, God, heal my heart. I forgive them. I let go of the bitterness, and just help me work.
It's a choice, isn't it? Not a feeling.
So is it hard also with that forgiving, maybe not getting an apology? I know for me, this is hard not to go back and relive it or talk about it or want to, you know, pontificate about it, when in reality, that just brings up the wound, and we really can't be healed the way we need to be.
Right. It just brings about the hostility again. And, you know, forgiveness does not mean that we completely forget what happened, because there are instances where abuse may have happened, or really harmful behavior. There are situations where you do need to put up boundaries. So you can have forgiveness, but still have boundaries in place.